Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. Today, I want to share a story about something that used to make me super nervous in conversations, transitioning between topics smoothly. You know, keeping the flow going without making it feel awkward. It's a skill that can take a little practice, but once you get the hang of it, conversations become so much easier and more fun. Let me tell you about a time when I totally messed this up. I was chatting with a new colleague during lunch. We were talking about weekend plans, and out of nowhere, I said, "By the way, do you like pizza?" It felt so random, and they kind of looked at me like, yeah, I guess. The conversation fizzled out after that. That's when I realized transitions matter. Jumping from one topic to another without any connection can make the conversation feel disjointed or forced. So, I decided to work on it. Here's what I learned. When you want to change the topic, it's always a good idea to find some kind of bridge. For example, if someone is talking about their weekend plans, you could say, "Speaking of weekends, have you ever tried that new cafe downtown? I went there last Saturday, and it was amazing." See how it's related. You're still transitioning, but it feels natural. Another thing that helps is asking open-ended questions to guide the conversation. Once, I was talking to a friend about movies, and I wanted to switch to books without it feeling weird. I said, "I love how some movies are based on books. Do you have a favorite book that got turned into a movie?" That way, the topic shift felt smooth, and it kept the conversation going. I also learned that using casual phrases can help a lot. For example, "Oh, that reminds me," or "Speaking of," or "By the way," and "Now that you mention it." These little phrases act like connectors between topics. One time, I was talking to a friend about cooking, and I wanted to talk about a travel experience I had. I said, "Speaking of cooking, I tried this amazing dish when I was in Italy. Have you ever been there?" It felt like a natural flow, and we ended up talking about travel for the next hour. One more tip. If you ever feel stuck, don't panic. It's okay to pause and say something like, "Anyway, back to what I was saying earlier," or "So," changing the subject a little. These phrases show you're steering the conversation on purpose, and people will follow along. Transitions also work when the current topic is winding down. For example, if someone is done talking about their favorite TV show, you can say, "That sounds really cool. It reminds me of something I watched recently. Have you heard of?" This way, it feels more like a natural shift than an abrupt change. So, now when I talk to people, I focus on these little bridges. Whether it's finding a connection, using casual phrases, or just being honest about switching topics, it makes a huge difference. Conversations feel more relaxed and enjoyable. If you're someone who's ever felt stuck in a conversation or worried about awkward silences, don't worry, it's all part of learning. Practice these tips, and you'll see how much smoother things get over time. Thanks for hanging out and listening to my story. If you've got any tips or experiences about transitioning between topics, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more easy, real-life English tips. Take care, and I'll see you next time.